Hey, how's it, guys? My name is Julius, and this is Storytime with Julius. Just to give you a little information about what it's like growing up in American Samoa. Today, we'll talk about my dad and what he's been able to accomplish, having grown up in the thick of it, and then moving out of Samoa to Hawaii, eventually finding their roots or putting down roots in San Diego. My dad joined the military in 1952. He's 22 at this time, and I think he was avoiding something. I know he was a cab driver, but I think my uncle had told me something about like a woman, and my dad was trying to escape a woman or something like that. She might have been married at the time. Not too sure. Anyhow, my dad joins the military in 1952. He joins the United States Army. And that's just to I guess, get away from a situation that was going to develop into something crazy. Anyhow, he joins the military, and he's stationed in Germany, and he in Texas. He's in all over the place. Eventually, he boxes for the military, and he's an infantryman. He shoots for the military as well. About 8 years later, my dad's a very, very, very good marksman, and to avoid the field, right, the cold field, bivouacs and stuff like that, he would volunteer to do the details nobody wanted to do, which was like they would have boxy smokers, and if they're going on while people are in the field, you could stay back and kind of stay back and then kind of avoid it. So my dad would do boxing smokers, anything to get out of the military, of going out in the field and during the cold. And so eventually, he's volunteered for all kinds of things, and it came down to one detail was shooting for the All Army Rifle Team, or trying to qualify for them. He signs his name on the paper, and then next thing you know, he's competing to become an All Army Rifle on the All Army Rifle Team. And shoot, he ends up making the team, and he's really good at shooting. And so here he is on the All Army Rifle Team, and this is just 6 to 8 years after he enlists. He's an E5, and he's shooting for the All Army Rifle Team. He's on the B team. The A team is made up of some really good shooters, but race is still a big thing at this time. In the 60s, and he had this coach. This coach was really really sure of what my dad could do with the rifle. They're using M1 Grands at this time, so Garands, M1 Grands at this time, and yeah, 10-round magazine, putting rounds out range. iron sights, no scope. And this coach really sees something in my dad. And in fact, even like appeals to the first team that my dad should be on it. But these guys are all like E7s, E8s on the All Army first team, and they're not looking for like a I guess a colored person to be on the team. Anyhow, the competition was in Kentucky, and my dad's still on the B team, even up to the day of the competition. And somebody on the first team gets sick, and the coach petitions my dad to be moved up to Team 1 to take his position. Only problem is it's that guy's position is shooting 2 shots, one in the beginning and one at the end. Right? Well, everybody else is shooting 1 shot. The winds are howling, and nobody can dial in. Nobody can really dial in on the shot. My dad was, and so he's, but my dad's hitting. Everybody looks over and he's, ping. He's pinging. He's pinging that shot from 600 yards. 600 yards, no scope, and he's pinging the metal. And nobody on the team is able to qualify. Right. They're not able to like hit the target. And so the coach comes over and he's like, "Hey man, what's your scope at? What's your sights at?" And my dad was like, "Oh, my dad could look down." And he adjusted so much. He said it was 7 clicks right. I was like, "What?" He was like, 7 clicks right. Now, if you guys don't understand the math, 7 clicks right is like you're aiming 2 yards left of the target, right? And the wind is bringing the bullet back and hitting your target at 600 yards, which is why nobody's hitting. Of course, nobody's hitting the target. And the other coaches, they can't believe it. Like, no way. There's no way the wind is that strong. My dad looks down, and my dad always talks about like the mirage. You just watch the mirage, and the mirage will tell you, which way the wind's blowing and how fast that wind's blowing. And my dad taught me how to shoot, and this is how he would say, just look down the sights, and if you could see that mirage, you just adjust your sights to it. So my dad's hitting target, and nobody else is hitting the target. And now they gotta try to win this competition, right? Given the conditions. And then they gotta and then my dad's gotta hit 2 targets, all timed. And remember, he's on Team 2. Long story short, dad hits both targets, and when they looked at it, it was 600 yards. He was able to hit 2 shots within a 50-cent coin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 50-cent coin, $50 at 600 yards, 7 clicks right, no scope, which is amazing, right? They end up winning the All Army Rifle competition in 1964, and my dad was part of that team. One of the amazing things he was able to do, being from Samoa, probably the first Samoan to be on the All Army Rifle team, and then to go ahead and win, a marksman competition of that level, given the conditions, is pretty crazy. So that's the kind of person I kind of lived with growing up. Is like, it's amazing. Yeah. He further goes on to compete in it's called a Distinguished Rifleman competition, and he earns his Distinguished Rifleman badge in 1973, and still holds that. Man, that badge with honor. It's an amazing feat. And he'll always tell me, like, he's the Michael Jordan of shooting, you know. And so that's what I loved about my dad. I mean, he never, you know, uh, he always enjoyed being like the center of attention. I never felt like he couldn't do something, no matter how difficult it seems. That's my dad, an amazing man. And it just carried on through all kinds of sports when we were growing up. That's how he would live his life, and that's how I would, go about my life. Not being scared to do anything, and not taking anybody's doubt into account. Just being a champion, in any situation, whether it be raising kids or whether it be doing anything. And I love that about my dad, because it made you feel like the sky's the limit. And yeah, he was an amazing marksman, and he won at the highest levels. He's a national champion, and he's 95 this year, and he can't wait to make 100. So crazy, yeah. What an amazing kind of guy. My son's in the military now too. He's in the Coast Guard, graduated from the Coast Guard Academy, and trying to provide him with that kind of mindset. It's been fun, and he still feels like he can be anything he wants to. And thanks, Dad, for always making me believe that anything's possible. I love you, Dad.